An Emerging Integrationism. In the summer of 1941, 23-year-old Roger Samuel Starr made news. Living with his parents in their posh Park Avenue apartment, having graduated from Yale a few years earlier, he had become increasingly outraged by the discrimination that black people faced in America's developing defense program, and had decided to do something about it. He submitted his Selective Service questionnaire to the local draft board and attached the following note. As a white, the Army wants to place me in a unit with white troops. Perhaps you can help me achieve something I should prefer. I should prefer to be placed with Negro troops, but then they would become mixed troops, American troops. Certainly there are others beside myself in this city who went to school with Negro boys, who learned beside them this history of our country and the theory of its government, and who want to be allowed to contribute their services to their country under conditions that do not hold that theory to ridicule. Having worked in publicity, Starr knew to also send his note to the editors of PM, the left-wing afternoon tabloid, from which he had learned most about discrimination and segregation in America's armed forces. PM, in turn, published a glowing portrait of Starr, and the black press quickly followed suit. Within days, fan mail poured in. Black writer Carlton Moss, who would soon write and narrate the well-known Army documentary The Negro Soldier, thanked Starr and assured him that hundreds of other Negroes and progressive whites deeply appreciate and applaud your democratic stand. A married couple in Washington, D.C. told Starr they admired his spirit and imagination. Your letter to the draft board will have liberals all over the country saying to themselves, "Why didn't I think of that?" And one young white woman from Brooklyn reported that all the boys with whom her brothers served at Camp Upton on Long Island read or have heard of your statement and were pleased to hear such views expressed. NAACP leaders made the most of Starr's protest since it captured one of their central arguments against Jim Crow. Contrary to segregationists' claims, many whites opposed it. In fact, they had met with Starr 6 weeks or so before he drafted his letter, perhaps suggesting the idea in the first place. In late May, Starr had written Walter White, the NAACP's executive secretary, volunteering his services. "I haven't much money," he told White, "but I do have a certain amount of time. I hope there will be some way in which your organization might find me useful. I can think of no work from which I would expect to find a greater personal satisfaction." After his letter appeared in the news, White shared Starr's story with the War Department and with Eleanor Roosevelt, insisting that there are a good many others who share Mr. Starr's opinion. In the end, neither the Commander-in-Chief nor the War Department allowed Starr to join Negro troops, or mixed troops, or American troops. The Army drafted him in June 1943 as a private, and he served in a segregated white outfit in China with the Office of Strategic Services. He later recalled that his PM protest trailed him throughout his time in the Army, barring him from admission into officer candidate school.